JD Vance, Vice President of the United States, actually kicking off the briefing. It was unusual to see him there. That might have been one of the first times, I think, in a situation like this that we saw him come in and start to take questions. I guess starting with health care, this has been the most probably controversial part of this discussion since Vance has come out again, doubling down, saying that in particular about health care, that this spending package says that American people want to give massive amounts of money, hundreds of millions of dollars, to illegal aliens for their health care while Americans are struggling to pay their health care bills. He said, "We thought this was absurd." Just to fact check that, Democrats' proposal would give access to federally funded health care back to lawfully present authorized migrants, but it does not give illegal aliens, as the vice president has been saying, free coverage, as he and other Republicans have continued to claim. Let's bring in our Washington managing editor, Catherine Fulders, who's been listening to this. A lot to talk about, but I think, number one, we need to make sure we fact check what the vice president keeps saying about this deal and about health care.
Yeah, so obviously you heard the vice president repeat this, the whole idea, what Republicans are saying, that Democrats was sending this message that they want to give this massive amount of money, hundreds of millions of dollars, to illegal aliens for their health care. That is obviously what Republicans are saying, what we heard Speaker of the House Mike Johnson say this morning on our air, a similar message to that. I think what's important to point out about this is that immigrants in this country without legal status are not eligible to get federally funded health insurance. That obviously is something that we should make clear in our coverage, and we have been. So this talking point that they have been pushing isn't entirely true, Kira.
Okay. Anything else stand out to you? I mean, one thing that he did double down as well, saying that it's not going to be perfect. We are in a government shutdown. That means we are going to have to lay some people off.
Yeah, and look, I think we need, and I know the briefing's still ongoing, but more clarity on what exactly that means. We're in a shutdown, people are furloughed, but as you know, the directive from the OMB, the Office of Management and Budget, has been to, obviously come up with plans to lay people off permanently. And what the president has been saying about this hasn't been entirely clear. He hasn't provided a specific answer on what exactly that means. I was curious by also what Vance said when he used the term "a few months." He said it's tough to predict what path this is going to take over the next few months, and what extraordinary measures that might take. How long does he think that the government will shut down or will remain shut down? I don't think he could really say that. Of course, it's still a lot of the pointing the finger at the Democrats, and it doesn't seem at this point that there really has been much progress or any substantive negotiating going on behind the scenes to fix this problem.